Good evening, all. Hope everyone is doing well and having a good evening as best as we can do. So I'll just start with you. How sorry you played DC the Embargo bingo if you get a chance by 10-year season ticket inflated by the idiot go from bad to work. Yep. Eating Punk from Adam, 9 out of 10. Get your mental health check in, please. Eating Adam, here we go at Embargo FC. John, we're doing better. We're probably going to have 6 embargo by the end of next week, so we're not in a great place at the minute. Hey, Danny, how you doing, mate? Tuesday begins to look like a big day. It is indeed. Darren's is at 8 with the embargo. That is kind of thing. Good and dad. That Worko is on time for a change, which I'm shocked by as well, Darren. Not really going to be a good one as such. We have got a time limit tonight of 30 minutes because I'm knackered. I'll be honest with you. I'm knackered and I want to get this all not done and dusted, but more just so I get an evening. Right, on the Simon thing, on side thing, there is something that we will work on trying getting back on. It buggered my health. It absolutely buggered my health sideways. And I wasn't expecting that, so I've got to think of myself on that one. Sorry, Harry. But there'll be something with it. Got to catch them all, yeah. I think Chancellor taking a leak out final collector. I've seen that from Lee. William, please don't do it, mate. You will get timed out. Get on light. So does he think he'll get most of anyone with debt white clear Worko Fanis? He clicks his fingers and then the Don changes direction. Yep. Ian and Jez. DC Universe. Oh well, Gregor, we'll say I won't say to Derby, even though they'll pay off money just because I don't like them. Yeah, well, it's the players fucking quit. Yep, he is a narcissist. In John, it's a like comment of all. Yep. In Nat, how you doing? That Pip Pot not been kicked out yet. No, he hasn't. Dave Jones, he's not been kicked out yet, and we've got 5 embargoes now, and potentially with a 6 coming up as well. 5 today, mate, bit up and down. Can we try for 10? Ian, how are you? I'm a 7. Nice embargo. We've got to catch them all. Hope you're feeling a bit better. I'm feeling better, mate. It just when I come to the next interview I do, I've got to be very careful because it knocked me. It knocked me for 6. It wasn't something I was expecting. So yeah. So there's a request for Satan. Shut the fuck up. He will back when Jake's ready. Be patient. I agree with that. Thank you, Worko. How come first, mate? Or should look after ourselves? Ian and Adam. How do Goose Creative? Rob Boyd, he did say 2 weeks, but he also said it's the goalpost move. No one listened to the last bit of that clip because he says it's the goalpost move. No one actually hears that bit, and the goalpost obviously moved. He was quite confident it would get done unless the goalpost moves. But like I said, I will get Sion when I'm ready. I think a professional clown could do a better job than Chancery. Yeah, tonight we're doing a bit of a strange one where I'm doing a 30-minute limit tonight. Kind of thing for myself. Everyone behave tonight or I will ban you or one of them. Well, thank you, DJ. Might be administration by the end of next week. The thing is, administration is good and bad all at the same time because admin force will be good, but it's also bad because so many people are going to lose their jobs. And that's the thing that you got, professional clown. So, Worko, yes. So, we've been put into another embargo, 2 embargo today. Middle of the week, we picked up another one. And now we're going to pick up a 5th. Now, speaking to someone this afternoon, my mate Lewis gave me a list up to school, which I appreciate. But I said to him, "Watch, there'll be a fourth and 5th embargo put on soon." And lo and behold, come near the end of the day, 4th and 5th embargo turns up, and it's one of those things you don't want to have happen. But at the end of the day, he's running the club like he just doesn't care. It's like he's just gone, I can do whatever I want. It's my club. You're the custodian of the club. You have ran it so poorly. Like, if you want an interesting one for you, I don't have the stats on green. I can't get the green on green, but one of the interesting things about DC is if I just put this up for you now on my phone. So this was something that someone did on Twitter. St. Chancery bought Sheffield Wednesday the following months: November 2019, October 2020, November 2020, December 2020, March 2021, April 2021, May 2021, June 20th, March 2025, May 2025, June 2025, July 2025, and September 2025 are all the times he has not paid people on time and have to be embargoes because of it. All those times have been when he's had to do it. Granted, one of those stages was what's it called? The thing that happened, big thing we all couldn't go to work, pandemic. But don't notice it. Ian, Bob, how you doing, mate? More embargoed than signing. This year does feel like one long anxiety. It really does. It really does, and it's been such a difficult year to cover this club. I don't think I've ever had it this bad with it all, and it's one of them things where he kind of literally just, it's like he turned everything off, walked away and gone, it'll get sorted when it happened. Let's have a look. I generally think that I thought up until now the FO don't apply to him. I think he turned off his emails and phones have washed his hands of it all. Chancery is a pandemic, yeah. Harry, no, Simon didn't knacker it. It was just the whole situation with it all. It was just a lot of stress with people going at me and trying to get everything out of me, and I need to plan it a lot better. It didn't do my F&D any good. As I said before, he hasn't got a pot to piss in. Good evening, mate. Hope you're I'm not bad. Glenn, hope you're well. New TV show, one bit embargo every minute. Anyone else do the mock Christmas on 5 goal, 5 embargo, 4 transfer window ban? Took it for free. 3 players left. 2 tea making tea. 1 League 1. There you go. I can understand how he can sleep at night. I can't understand how he sleeps at night knowing how badly he run our club basically into the ground. DT got a new job operating the escalators at the UN in New York. He can't do that properly. Yep. 2 goalkeepers. Yep. And it's a nice thing. Is a narcissist isn't used to being told no. £1 in the account. That's not bad. 2 staff pay, 1 payday left. That's not bad. Shows how many embargoes. It won't make a difference on chance. The thing is, it doesn't make a difference chance, but it's getting to the point where more eyes are on us, and that's the thing. The more eyes are on us, the more that people are taking notice who wouldn't normally take notice. So if you look at the embargo today, a lot of people are asking, what was it for? Now, I don't know how well you can all see that. But it's the football creditors and amount due to other clubs. So the amount due to other clubs will be Valerie and potentially Ugbo transfer fee. And then that's your football creditors. And it just reads really badly. And it just shows you how bad he's run things for years. He tried to do everything on a shoestring budget, or he tried to get everything done in his way, or I'll get a loan here, I'll get a loan there, I'll get a loan there. And then he's just adding on top of it. Because I bet on these loans he got, he's probably just paying the interest. He's not paying the big bulk of it. He's just paying interest and just trying to keep going. Has Sai been on the... William? No, he hasn't. 2 tie back, 1 cricket back. That works. To be fair, we should have both for free. Good in the league for us. Yeah. It's one of them. It is one of them at the minute. It's just I've got the thing at the moment where we are trying to make sure we can get everything right, and that's the thing. Cookbow is on the soundboard, not at my soundboard. I'm actually using my other setup. But like you see there, it's just paying creditors, and it's just so bad at the moment. And the thing is, it doesn't feel like it'll get better anytime soon. Like, you can feel like there's going to be another embargo coming very shortly. Is it me or the fan base that we are getting more toxic and disfranchised with football? No one's even having banter anymore. I agree. Else is in the Saba. Yeah, it did. Me too. We have got it, Glenn. We have got it. We are the club with the record. It's us. No one else. It's us. The thing is, what gets me, I think it was the 12th of April since we last heard of a DC in a statement. So that's 6 months roughly. April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah. It's 6 months since we last heard him. Probably have got the same team for QPR. But the fact that we can't even get any youth team players in now. You've got players who have done really well in the youth academy, trying to push on and get somewhere. And even that's not going particularly right. Also, it find quite hard to little how quiet the dictator have been. Yep. Weaver and Brown must start. I agree. I think they've done really well. By the way, to the people asking about Si, I have spoken to him. We have had a conversation, and we're just waiting and seeing on a couple of things. We are embargo champion to get on the honour board. I think it's quite clear from the interviews that even staff players that aren't captain or 13-man are treated like dirt. It's very much a disregard to it's my way or the highway. And sadly, the highway right now is the situation. I know we are waiting for regulation, but doesn't this poor running of the club and what he got away shows he get away with it if they want? A little bit, but at the same time, mate, the regulation can strip him of it. But the problem is, it's how fast that regulation can get up to speed and get going. Because regulation, we said it before, where regulation take a while, and he could fight that in the court of law then. So you could be having another thing. He doesn't want it, so it's a difficult one. Cheers, Fury. Good luck tomorrow, mate. Cab Brown link up well together. Yeah, it's not fair on Wednesday or the rest of the champions that we can't compete. True. The players and the manager and coach are doing a proud and brilliant fan base. Yep. It seems ages since we actually talked about a football match we won at the weekend yet, or we can talk about the crap that's going on. Thanks to the chairman, dickhead. I agree. Look very much that way. That they know it'll be a fire sale imposed on DC sooner than later at this rate. Where was it? Surely potential buyers lingering around like a wet fart. I think they're waiting. I think they are waiting for stuff to happen. Because as soon as they get it in, my thing is that we will have one big point deduction, or it'll be suspended while we get new people in to rebuild us and start again. And that's gonna piss off most of the championship. I will have that said. A lot of them will like, why have we not got it? Why have they not got it now? Kind of thing. And the thing is, because we keep getting embargoed. Every time you get an embargo, it's another point deduction. It's another point deduction. It's another point deduction. I think the most you can get is minus 36. And it kind of that whole thing, I kind of want us maybe to have it where we either get all of it and we get relegated this season, whatever, but it helps us get him out. The problem is, though, his valuation of the club then goes down. But if we go into admin, he won't be in control of the sale. I've said for a while that I don't think he's going to be part of the... I've always said I don't think he's going to be part of the sale process in terms of that sense. I think he's wanting admin. I think he wants admin to come in to do it for him so he doesn't have to. That's my thing. I think that's the reason he's doing it. I think he's done it so he doesn't have to. Let's have a look. I do want to say thank you. You may not always think so, but you do always. Thank you, mate. I much appreciate it. I do appreciate that, mate. It's a difficult one, especially when the club's so bad. When the club's so bad off the pitch. And I want to keep on having it that we can try and find the little bits of positive. We should be sat here talking about how great the win was at the weekend. How well Joe Brown and Weaver played. But we're sat here again talking about something that's off the pitch that we as a fan base and players and staff, they can't control it. There's only one person that can control all of this, and it's when we can get it all gone. And the problem is, it's gonna be difficult. Who or how do when they get rid of him sooner rather than later, mate? Difficult. Cheers, Adam. If when it all goes on Tuesday, do we know what the procedure is? No, I don't. To be fair, wouldn't admin help him as well? It would help him. It would help him, but at the same time, it wouldn't, because he wouldn't be in control of anything. It would be down to an insolvency, and admin. As much as it's good to get him gone, but it also means people start losing jobs. People, if we're still in admin come January, more sales could happen to try and do it. It's that level of stuff. If he owned the ground loan dependent, he still detects the sale, even in admin, as he could charge a fortune to rent those who doesn't like. So he turned them down so they don't buy. Yep, he could do that. Happened to Derby with Mel. Yep. Honest Jake goes under the radar a lot because he talked plenty about things. He doesn't do all the sensational like baiting bullshit. That's why he's seen as highly in certain people. Thank you, mate. All right, mate. Bring on Turk Alish. Yeah, he said he's not going to go for Bristol City. Don't get that wrong. Now, so maybe he just keep refusing a sale and won't budge. I think he's going for the EFL winding up order. Maybe. If admin more or less only job security with Lindsay Thatcher for a lot of the staff members, it's open season. Yep. Work code. How the devil are you? Hey, John, how you doing, mate? Turker said he won't buy us as his mates as a former Blade. There you go, then. There's your thing. Oh yeah, they are mates, aren't they? So it's one of those things where you look at everything and you just think how it's all going to be as such, and how we get out of this situation. Because let's be brutally honest, we all want him gone, but that is a very difficult job to do. It generally is a hard job to do. It's not easy to try and get him gone, because no one knows roughly what he wants for the club. All we know is that it's extortionary. Why don't we all buy $1 million worth of tuna Thai food? Yeah, but it doesn't. The tuna, the Thai business food stuff, he doesn't have a say in it. His family has a say in it. DC just gets his general share from it. I think the actual Chanceries, I think they only got 10% or something like that in the actual company. I think the rest of it's all done by other people. Didn't like how his mate got treated by Sheffield and its people. Don't surprise me. Okay, point, mate. We only have to sign him because all the stuff he gets right. You did get him on the play of health channel. Sound jealous to me? Jealous? Who? Me or? I'm confused, mate. No, me and Si are good. I just need to get it so it doesn't bugger my health up. My health went to shit after I got him on. Si knows this. Si been and spoke about it. He's even put it in the comment section. We will try and get it all sorted at some point. It's nothing about jealousy, mate. It's more about making sure I'm okay before we do it. Give me a minute. We have got a match tomorrow. We've got QPR, who've been on really good form of late. If this was any other business, anyone would be on strike. Not football is different. It's not easy just sitting down. Si had to make sure it's true and not rumours. Exactly. Battle off from certain people and faces, and the internet bugger Jake Elport. So Si will be back on just when Jake can make sure it's right time. Yep, I agree. Never known so down stubbornness and narcissist. He needs to learn. He's lost, and it's no longer viable. Yep, I agree. Matt planned tomorrow win as many points of the embargo. Yeah, it really is. It really is the case of trying to win as many points as humanly possible and seeing if we can just get to a number that works. I know that sounds really weird because we might get all these points and then we might then backlack it down again. The thing is, we have to work on the emphasis that we are trying to make sure we get enough points, because when the inevitable does happen, we are definitely going to lose some. So we got to make sure we're in the right area with that. Have a good one, mate. Thank you, mate. Have a good weekend. QPR won't be either on a good run. They are on a very good run. They're on a fantastic run. What are your thoughts on 18 playoff? I don't like it. I really don't like the idea of an 18 playoffs. I'm going to go old school. I think 16th worked for me. I think 18 just, what's the point? Generally, what's the point? I don't like it. Yeah, QPR 3 on the bounce. Be real tough up. At this rate, we need a top half point tally to avoid points deduction relegation. And does that look possible? Hi, Si. How you doing, mate? Hope you're good. But it's one of those things where you are looking at what's going on and how things go. 18 means more games, more money. It's a cash grab. Yeah, it's 100% a cash grab. And that's the thing for me. It's a cash grab. You can see it a mile away. They want more money. And it makes me wonder, had that Premier League, that Premier League talk and sitting down not been done right, if that makes sense. I don't think we need to focus on losing points to admin. If we get relegated, what if we've been in League One? The problem is League One could go badly the other way. Because you could go to League One and then they could then give you the point deduction from this season and then relegate you into League Two. Get your pitfalls out, battering Twitter users, get ready to slagging off someone who got some basic right again. Yep. QPR without 3 players, though. It is, but they'd have those 3 players for a while. Same with the 64 World Cup. Dug my head in. Just cash, innit? I agree 18 playoffs is a horrible idea. Current player is great. Yeah, I agree. I just don't like the way how it's done. It just screams they want more money. More money, more money, more money. That's it. That's all they're looking for. Can we have an 18 playoff relegation this season? We still probably go down. By the way, when I was ill, Si was actually always in contact with me, making sure I was okay. Just putting it out there. He was always just checking I was okay more than anything. You guys didn't even concern yourself with playoffs this year, mate. Don't give him them idea, Paul. Yeah. Eating my sugar journey. Hope you're well. Because Simon, the World Cup groups is thrilling watch. Hi all, little update. The console will be at the game tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on the directive box then, I would imagine. He's ready to go. He's ready to go, and people are ready for him to go. We've been ready for it for a while. Actually, that's the point. Why is there a playoff for promotion? Thing is, there is a playoff for relegation in most other leagues. I think it's Germany, Spain, and I think there's one other. There's another couple of other leagues, actually, where there's a relegation spot. And I never get it. I never understood it, personally. On the plus side, I really enjoyed the game to see the bit of jazz keep Griffith there, yeah. Actually, I only want a country. But it's one of them where you've got to look at things where what happened next with us. We are going to do. I disagree. I think playoffs are most likely the outcome. I don't see us being good enough for autos. I think if you got playoffs, you'd probably go up. Generally, I think playoff for you could probably go up. But I think you might need 1 or 2 in the summer, in the January to do it. Someone said QPR players like Chow should be in jail. And there was an assault, something to do with him and his brother assaulting someone with a rock. And if I remember correctly, John will be good at it. The fact that he remembers. Something like that. Why do they need to change the system? That's where it's football. Robbo, it's football. Alleged. Thank you. Alleged. Thank you. To say we are struggling, we have players playing the team a week. So also Matt Lowe, Bannon will get the most in the positions. So I've been, I believe, backed the trucker with her head alleged. Yeah, it's all alleged. There was a court case. I think they got found guilty, but then they appealed it, and then he got the I can't remember. I remember it being a while ago. I remember everyone was a bit not like because they couldn't understand why he was still playing at the time. That sounds more feasible, Jack, than what I said. But yeah, it's one of them. You look at them and you just go, it's a difficult one with it all. It really is a difficult one with it all where you look at stuff. Oh my God, that farm's up for sale. Jesus Christ, $1 million. No, thank you. I don't have that kind of money. The Chancellor should open and needs a statue. Yep. It's something about a lead incident that took place. Was arrested in France, but alleged it was in Luxembourg or something like that. So appeal was on the grounds of a technicality. So it kind of one of those things that happened in a different country kind of thing, date lines. The fact that it was suspended for being a footballer that everyone viewing. Oh my God, that sounds like yes, ADHD is strong with them. Yes, and we may have it strong with my youngest one and all. Fun fact. But yeah, I think we're in a situation that's interesting. Yeah, that's basically what it was. But they're injured, but they've had 3 key players out for the last 3 games, I think. And they've been fine. So I think it'll be a tough game. I think it'll be a very, very tough game for we need to shut up. But we need to really concentrate on what we do next. Right now, it's about making sure we still got a football club. It's about making sure we can still go to the next stage. And I think that's the difficult bit now. The thing is, it is all tightening on him. By the way, chin chin. The grips of what's going on is tightening on him. He's not given any... he's not told the EFL what funds he got. We had the whole thing last couple of Sundays ago trying to sell gold and get investment. He's obviously not got the investment. Now, there is apparently talk that he may have convinced the people who have got the ground to roll it over again. I don't know how true that is. It would be interesting. All season ticket needs to stay away also. I think it's getting to that point where I think people... You need it. As much as it sounds daft, it needs to feel like a COVID game. No one in there. Like, generally no one in. But I think for some people, that's very hard. I think some people who got the whole thing, I'll pay for this, I want to use it because he's already got my money. And I get that statement. 100%. He told them because he ain't got none. Hose of the day since still chasing the blue brigade. Yeah, Jack, how is your dating life going? Well, Coventry fans are in full support of our protest, which I think every club that we play who's ever had an issue is in full support. Every club I've seen. I don't get why people trying to keep the club clear. He can't do the good thing. It's his. I think it's that whole thing. It's his, so you want to keep it. Mildred said hello. It was a Jack Daniels and Coke, Si. Or the kidnapping dreamers. But it can't. The thing is, people said it's not doing his health any good owning the club, but we are stuck in that position where we don't really have a say. I don't understand why you keep this. Like, generally, I don't understand why you keep it. because you're just constantly having issues after issues after issue. You're having to borrow from Peter to pay Paul, Paul to pay Dylan, Dylan to pay Robert, then pay Peter again, and then you're going back round in a circle. It just doesn't. I don't understand it. Jim Bean, Cherry Beth goes down too easy. He hasn't got mental, he's just mental. I think he's type of bloke where people tell more and more to sell. It makes him want to sell even less. I think we're getting to a point where even he knows he's got to sell. He ain't got the cash. He ain't got the funds. Funds are gone. You can't keep it going. We are on nearly 7:30, so this stream will be coming to an end in a minute because I did say I'm only doing 30 minutes. Dodgy books and illegal trade is the only thing I can think of. Yeah, I think that's the other thing as well. I think it's if someone actually finds out what he's doing, he's doubly screwed. And as Lee has said before, with him being in Thailand in on his travels at times, he knows how that side of the world works. I can do that, Adam. We'll do that. We'll do that on one of the roundups. If you want to tell him a club, sell his house and then buy Harrogate Town or something. Yeah, should we tell him to sell his house? But guys, that is 7:30. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm knackered. Have a good weekend. I will see you tomorrow. Night all season ticket need to stay at home until he's gone. But have a good rest of the evening, guys. I will see you tomorrow for the review. We'll have a live stream on Monday, which will be the debrief, and we'll just go from there. Thank you for watching, guys. See you later. Have a good one. Bye.